is coming from the state of Karnataka. Let's take a look at that first. Now we're told that the Hubbali Eidgah Maidan issue has reached the High Court in the state. Now, Anjuman-e-Islam organization has now moved the Karnataka High Court, challenging the Hubbali Municipal Corporation decision to allow the celebration of Ganesh Chaturthi at the Eidgah Maidan. This case will be heard today afternoon. Remember, the plea is also before the Supreme Court, where the Waqf Board is all set to appear before the Apex Court, challenging the allowance of Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations at the Eidgah Maidan. And now there is the Anjuman-e-Islam organization, the AEI, that's also moved the Karnataka High Court, challenging the same. The Hubbali Eidgah grounds has been in news for quite some time now. Now we're told that there is another petition before the Karnataka High Court challenging the celebration of Ganesh Chaturthi festivities at the Eidgah Maidan. My colleague Harish, who's brought us all those inputs, is joining me on the broadcast. Harish, another petition, this time once again knocking at the doors of the High Court, all this while when the matter is all set to be possibly also taken up by the Apex Court of the country.
Well, there are two Eidgah Maidan issues in Karnataka that's currently on. One is the Eidgah Maidan from Chamarajpet here in Bangalore, from where I'm joining you. This is likely to come up in the Supreme Court in a short while from now. Here, the demand is to allow Ganesh Chaturthi celebration. The petition that we're talking now is filed in the Hubbali Dharwad bench of the Karnataka High Court, relates to the Eidgah Maidan in Hubbali. Remember, yesterday the Hubbali Dharwad Municipal Corporation allowed a few organizations there to carry out Ganesh Chaturthi celebration. That is being challenged by the Anjuman-e-Islam group, and they have approached the Dharwad bench of the Karnataka High Court. They are saying this shouldn't be allowed. The Supreme Court order earlier in the decade had made it very clear that only on 2 occasions can this ground be used for prayers. And but in this case, there is no issue about ownership. It's the Hubbali Dharwad Municipal Corporation that owns the Hubbali Eidgah Maidan. The demand now is to not allow any Ganesh Chaturthi celebration over there. This is now listed before the Dharwad bench of the Karnataka High Court at around 2:30 is when that hearing is likely to happen. So 2 crucial flashpoints, both of them before the court. One, the Hubbali case before the High Court, the Eidgah Maidan of Bengaluru, that case before the Supreme Court, the challenge before the Karnataka government to ensure that law and order prevails, and irrespective of the orders that come in from the High Court and the Supreme Court, the peace in the area, both these areas, can be maintained.
Right, Harish, stay on with me. I'm also now joined on the broadcast by Mr. Mohan Krishna of the BJP. Mr. Krishna, now that this matter has been actually sought for hearing before the Karnataka High Court, there are 2 cases that we are talking about. While we are talking about the Eidgah Maidan in Chamarajpet already, we also now looking at a Hubbali. What is it that, the Ganesh Chaturthi festivities, celebrations inside Eidgah Maidan is going to solve?
Eidgah Maidan is a place where the Hubbali Municipal Corporation has allowed for the Ganesha festival. That's one thing. The second, Eidgah Maidan at Chamarajpet, government has allowed, High Court has given a direction, they have allowed it. From 31/8 onwards, for a short time, you can use it for festivity purposes. That is what they have said. In the both cases now, this is a case is over. And time and again, whenever the elections are round the corner, these political parties and the community which they want to please, they try to do all these kind of things. And they create an atmosphere in such a way that already the tension exists between us. Absolutely no. I request to the other community people also, when you are using it for your namaz and other purposes for so many years, just for 10 days, you should allow for Ganesha festival also.
Mr. Krishna, I'd like to ask you this. I'm just countering you here. I just wanted to understand why this insistence. Why is the state government or probably these organizations really insisting on the celebration of Ganesh Chaturthi in a Eidgah Maidan? that entire politics of instigation is also at play here? This is the big question.
Why you should think as an instigation in first instance? I will ask you.
Because it's been challenged,
The place
sir.
belongs to the. No. Please listen to me.
Yes.
Place belongs to the government. And government of the day can take the decision. And when there is people are urging, people want to celebrate there, you are keeping that for simply idly that playground. So now that can be used for festivity purposes.
Okay.
When it can be used for namaz, when it can be used for other issues.
Okay, Mr.
why
Krishna,
not
point
for
taken.
Ganesha
Let me
festival?
take this
And
across
one
to
more
Mr.
thing,
Nasir
on top
Hussain of the
it-
Congress. I'll get you back on the broadcast, sir. Let me actually bring in Mr. Nasir Hussain of the Congress party. Mr. Hussain, you heard Mohan Krishna of the BJP respond to all that is happening in the state of Karnataka. We're talking about two Eidgah Maidans here. One matter is before the apex court of the country. The other one has now reached the Karnataka High Court. Your words now. Now that BJP is saying that some sort of a celebration should be reserved when it comes to the Ganesh Chaturthi festivities. There should not be any problem about it. How do you respond to it?
See, I earlier also on your television channel and other television channels have been saying this. See, the real intention is not to celebrate the festival there. The real intention is to create, instigate, provoke, and create divisions in the society. Hijab, halal, azan, now the Eidgah Maidans. Why is the government doing this? And why are all these organizations resorting to these kind of tactics? They know in another 5-6 months elections are there. They have failed the people of Karnataka for the past 3 years. They are definitely going to lose the election. Only way they can win the election is to polarize, to divide and defect. I don't know how any god will be happy if, I don't know if somebody uses a temple for namaz and a masjid for puja. How does that help the celebration? I don't know. How does your gods will be happy? That I don't know. Because these Maidans are used for namaz purposes from days immemorial, and this has been recorded as Waqf Board properties, whether it is Hubbali, whether it is Chamrajpet, whether it is any part of the country. If people are happy of
But Mr. Hussain,
the feelings
we're
and
talking
sentiments of
about
the other
India. India is known for its secular fabric. If at all a Maidan can be extended for Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations, how bad can it
I'll
get?
tell you, why, see, till now when they have not taken that, when it is a work property, when it is a property belongs to the Waqf Board, when the government has given it for the purposes of namaz and it has been registered as work property, does any Muslim go and lay a claim on Muzarai property? See, Muzarai department deals with all Hindu religious places and institutions. Waqf Board deals with Muslim religious institutions and places. Neither Waqf Board interferes in Muzarai department nor Muzarai into Waqf Board.
Okay.
This is clear case of
Mohan Krishna,
instigation
respond.